Hello everybody, thank you for clicking on our little video on YouTube. My name is Tony Parker. I'm a contemporary artist, and along with my partner in crime, Scott Hammond, we've created some artwork. Basically, I think of the ideas and then Scott turns them into reality. Also here today is our very, very good friend Iga, who is working, or sorry, I should say she's studying at university in London, doing an art course. She's been very supportive, very helpful in what we're doing, and is a good friend of Scott and myself. The first work I'd like to show to you is called In the Event of the Second Coming Through the Switch. All our art basically has names and titles which actually relate to the artwork, unlike much contemporary art where the title of the piece has absolutely nothing at all to do with what you're seeing. Let me just go through this. There's a switch here. That switch is wired up, you assume electrically, to two electrodes attached to the face of Jesus. So what the piece is saying is that in the event of the second coming, it won't be sufficient just to crucify him. We will require him to be electrocuted as well. Is that offensive? Well, interestingly, I know Christians that have said to me that if I don't accept Jesus as my Saviour, then God will basically send me to hell for eternity to suffer unbelievable pain and suffering on a second-by-second basis. And I have to say that if that's not offensive, then what is offensive? Basically, the evidence that I'm told to rely upon to accept Jesus as my Saviour is from a 2,000-year-old book of fairy tales, and that's the evidence I'm given to make that acceptance. Is this offensive? Possibly to some people, almost certainly to very religious Christian people it will be offensive, but that's not my problem, that's not my fault. I find much of what they do and say equally offensive. Let me just say a few quick bits about the construction. I'm using here 1940s and 1950s technology to make the cross. And I've got to look at this, unfortunately. These are boxes that did electrical things in that period. Condenser modules, galvanometers, resistance boxes, and potentiometers were just some of the functions that these things carried out. However, it has to be said that is now all done by silicon chip and programming, and so effectively these boxes are a complete lost technology. The nails to which the imaginary Jesus is nailed to the cross are 350-year-old barn nails. They pulled down a barn in Ipswich and I got the nails, and the wire around Jesus' head is from Bergen-Belsen, the concentration camp, the German concentration camp. So that's it. I hope you're not offended. Thank you very much.